Most investors don't know what they have until it's too late. But before it gets late, I'll be explaining why you need to watch this video if you're holding this amount of Aero tokens. I know selling is what is going through some of you investors' mind. Well, looking at some news articles, there are a few key points. One article from CCN mentions that Aero has surged 60% in the past week, correlating with Ethereum's rally. Another article from August 15th notes a technical breakout and a link to Ethereum's performance. There's also mention of Coinbase integrating Base DEX, which includes Aerodrome as the leading DEX on Base, giving it exposure to millions of users. Another news piece from August 9th talks about Aero breaking above $1 after Coinbase DEX launch, which likely boosted its visibility and trading activity. Additionally, there's a mention of Libertex adding Aero as a CFD, which could increase trading volume. Technical analysis shows Aero's RSI is at 74.017 day, indicating overbought conditions, but the MACD is bullish. Fibonacci levels suggest resistance around $1.48, which aligns with the current price movement. Putting this together, the main drivers seem to be the Coinbase integration, which increases accessibility and user base, the correlation with Ethereum's rally, and positive technical indicators. Also, the broader altcoin season might be contributing as Bitcoin dominance dips. However, there's a risk of profit-taking given the high RSI and leverage in futures markets. Holding 1,000 Aero tokens means that you are invested at least 4 figures in this project, and to be honest, for an average day, investing $1,000 plus in a project tells a lot about the conviction you have for crypto. I just want to tell you to keep that conviction tight. I made a lot of research last night about this project, and I can tell you that finance is building what we haven't seen before in the cryptocurrency space. In my last video, I said Aero Finance is definitely going to $10, and most people doubted me. I will have to end it here. For people that don't have any idea of this coin, let's learn more about it from the producer's perspective.
First, let's start 13 years ago, when Coinbase launched to make it safe and easy to store Bitcoin. It made what had been a complicated niche technology accessible to anyone with an email address, and in doing so, helped spur a whole new on-chain economy. Since then, Coinbase has become a world-class crypto trading platform, with millions of users trading hundreds of assets in countries all around the world. With a safe and trusted exchange, with excellent banking partners enabling high-quality on- and off-ramps, and with world-class security, Coinbase has become the go-to platform for retail traders everywhere. But we're not stopping there. I'm excited to share with you today several product announcements of new things we're doing to accelerate Coinbase's path to becoming the #1 financial app in the world. First, as the on-chain economy has evolved, we've seen millions of assets get created and traded on decentralized exchanges. But only few people have been able to navigate those decentralized exchanges to access and trade the assets that they want. That's why today, I'm incredibly excited to share with you that we will be integrating decentralized exchanges from Base directly into the main Coinbase app, enabling Coinbase users to access and trade millions of assets on-chain as soon as they're created directly in the same safe and trusted Coinbase app they already use. Coinbase will be going from 1 asset 13 years ago in Bitcoin to hundreds of assets today, to soon having every asset on-chain available to trade in the Coinbase app by default. You'll no longer need to wonder where you can find an asset or navigate the complexity of wallets and decentralized exchanges. With this launch, you can now be confident that if it's on-chain, it's available on Coinbase.
Launched on August 28, 2023, Aerodrome is a clone of Velodrome with the goal to be a primary source of liquidity on Base, with incipient features imported from Velodrome V2. Currently, Aerodrome has started dropping Aero tokens to liquidity providers. The Base ecosystem fund backed by Coinbase Ventures sponsors this venture. Aerodrome enables token swaps with minimal slippage and fees, rewards liquidity providers with Aero tokens for their deposits, and offers governance through Vero, which users obtain by locking their Aero tokens for varying periods. Vero holders can vote on the distribution of future Aero emissions across liquidity pools. Vero holders can vote on reward distribution to strategically direct Aero emissions, enhancing liquidity in specific pools and creating a cycle that attracts more traders and generates additional fees and rewards for LPs and Vero holders. To maintain stable voting power and prevent dilution from constant emissions, the protocol employs anti-dilution rebases. Aerodrome provides competitive trading fees, offers high potential yields for liquidity providers through Aero emissions, and allows Vero holders to participate in governance by voting on key protocol decisions. The Aero token, native to Aerodrome Finance, serves as a reward for liquidity providers and for governance purposes. With a total supply of $15 billion and a circulating supply of $531, $30 million Aero, the current price is $0.7987, giving it a market capitalization of $422.46 million. Initially, 500 million tokens were distributed to support community incentives and the protocol's long-term health. This includes 8% for voter incentives, 2% for the initial liquidity pool, 40% airdrop to Velo lockers, 21% for ecosystem pools and public goods funding, 14% for the Aerodrome team, auto max locked, and 15% for protocol grants and Aero pools vote power. Aerodrome recently reported reaching $1 billion in cumulative volume within 7 months, soaring to $15 billion in 3 months after deploying slipstream pools. The Aero token price surged over 500% following Coinbase Ventures acquisition, with a 24-hour low and high of $0.7121 and $0.7961. Trading volume decreased by 12% in the past 24 hours, suggesting waning trader interest. Aerodrome benefits from the base network's lower transaction fees compared to Ethereum, uses a self-optimizing liquidity flywheel to strategically allocate rewards to liquidity pools, attracting more traders and liquidity, and employs anti-dilution rebases to maintain the value of Aero tokens for governance and potential price appreciation.